Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 3 of RWBY volume 4, and we got my best girl, my number one waifu in RWBY, Blake, looking finer than ever. Oh my goodness, her character design is great. Let me just go right in to that scene when she took off her ribbon. She got rid of the bow. Now, people can interpret that in many different ways. Some people can see it as, oh great, Blake has finally accepted herself. I see it more as she has other things, more important things to worry about than who she is. I don't really think she's fully accepted herself personally because of how that whole scene went down when right after she talked with the captain and stuff. She didn't expect to see her friends again. And you know, when she's around her friends, she always keeps the bow on. So I saw it as that she got rid of the ribbon, she got rid of the bow because she used to worry about who she really is the most. That and of course, you know, the white fang. But now that she's running away from all that, she doesn't expect to see any one of her friends anymore. And now with this new reality that they're living in, there are way more important things to worry about. That's how I see it. How do you see it as? We got a very interesting scene with Yang. A lot of us were wondering what was going to happen with her. Was she going to get a new arm and become an awesome person with, you know, like Ironwood with, you know, a robotic arm and, you know, their actual arm and stuff, or was Yang just gonna go in just one arm? I was always on the side hoping that she would just stick with her. Wow, it's so bright. I was always on the side hoping that she would just stick with her one arm, accepting herself for who she is and what else she can do to move forward as she is. Of course, I guess that could still happen if she has a robotic arm, but I think it would be more meaningful if she only had the one arm. But aside from that, her father comes and brings her a new arm that's imported from Atlas. Ironwood got working on it right away, no questions asked. And Yang decided to not think about it, didn't want to look at it. And then we have this scene with her being traumatized when seeing Adam. And then we cut back over to Blake thinking, and I've always thought this from the beginning when we saw the trailer and stuff, that Blake was going after the White Fang. Exactly what Sun said. Exactly what he said. I thought she was gonna go after the White Fang and gonna go after Adam, taking her revenge. But no. She wants to stay as far away from the White Fang as possible and is going to go back home to solve some other issues. What other issues does Blake have? Maybe she's going to find something there that could possibly better herself in the future. Maybe she just wants to protect her loved ones back at home. I don't really know. But this is interesting because I'm going to be learning more about my waifu. So okay, sure, let's go back to your hometown, Blake. And on the ship, there was a run-in with an even more dangerous Grimm. We're just seeing more and more terrifying Grimm. They're getting bigger, more dangerous, and transforming into other things. Like this sea monster Grimm was able to fly like a freaking dragon. So I'm just like, what? It's like Sun said, they're getting way more dangerous and she needs someone to accompany her, even if it's just to go see her family. So I was really happy to see Sun there. Disappointed that Neptune isn't there, but I kind of expected that after the opening. And you know, like Sun said, they're on the ocean. There's no way Neptune would be there, but I hope to see my boy Neptune soon. I miss him, man. I love him. Sun being there was great. I was so happy to see the man. Funny as always. First when he fell into Blake's arms, he was just like, my hero. And then when the roles reversed, he was just like, okay, now you say it. Son, I missed you. He didn't get too much screen time in volume 3, so I'm glad to see him back and be one of the main characters actually for this season. So that's gonna be great. Maybe we'll get to learn more about Sun. That'll be interesting. And Blake definitely needs someone by her side. She could do something reckless. I mean, hey, if you remember back over in volume 2 when she went a little crazy about the White Fang and what they were planning, she definitely needs someone by her side. Otherwise Blake could make a mistake or make a decision that she will regret heavily. And then at the end of this episode, we go with Salem and Cinder. Okay, let's face it, Ozpin is alive. Let's face it, at this point, he is totally alive. No way is he dead. I don't believe Cinder for a second. I'm sorry, Cinder, you're waifu number 2, but I just can't. No, you're lying. You're totally lying. We see this orb that has some grim-like particles, materials on it, and Emerald and Mercury were terrified of it. They stepped back real quick. And Salem was controlling it. And she talked to it saying to up the ante when it came to their army over at Beacon and to find the relic. So what's going on here? Great episode of RWBY. Cannot wait for next week. Let's go. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.